Bismillah wa salatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Welcome back again. We have had 2 beginning weeks without teaching. I think we haven't had this before for many years now. So inshallah tomorrow we will start work. I think now we all know our schedule, although by 20% there will be some changes still. In some groups that are going to be merged and some are going to be divided. So inshallah, most of the schedules are stable now. And today it's a webinar to discuss together and explain together, or not explain together, explain so that we will have a unified understanding of the regulations sent by the university for online teaching for this semester. As you all know that the first semester inshallah is going to start as online teaching for all theoretical courses, and our English courses are included. However, things are might be under consideration. We might get other instructions, but anyway, we are going to we start our semester at least for 7 weeks online. Then later we will wait for other instructions. Today's webinar, inshallah, we will be discussing number one. With you online teaching regulations sent by the university. Then we are going to speaking about some experience we have from last second semester and summer semester about online classes and online courses. Then there will be a follow-up process that inshallah Dr. Taha is going to be responsible for, and we are going to explain what is required from you. For academic counseling, teachers are required. This semester is going to be online for all students, so they will need a lot of guidance in many things. Then we will discuss together any questions you have concerning any of the points, inshallah. Okay, if we start with the first point, instructions for faculty members and teachers. This have been sent by the university, and it will deal with 3 points about teaching, evaluation, and attendance. These are 2 documents issued by the university, one for teachers and one for students. The one for teachers we are going to explain one by one now, inshallah, and the one for students, all teachers, I'm going to send it. All teachers are required to post in their online courses as an announcement for the students, because it tells the students the policy, studying, evaluations, attendance, grades, everything. So this is important. And if you have a WhatsApp group or Telegram channels for your students, okay, you have to post this announcement to the students and make sure that they understand everything in this announcement. It is in Arabic, and you no need to translate it. Leave it for the students to read and understand in Arabic. The one for teachers, the one on the left, we're going to explain now one by one. The first point about teaching, there are 4 points. The first point, that courses that are scheduled as online teaching, and for us in English department, all our courses are scheduled as online teaching. For other colleges like computer, science, physics, mathematics, physics, chemistry, medicine, all these, they have some courses that are taught online and practical courses that are taught in labs. So for us, all our courses are online. So all our courses that are scheduled as online, and how do you know that your schedule is online? If there is no room, okay, if there is no room for the class, this means that it is online. If there is a room, okay, this means that for other students, this means that this is a practical course in that. Okay, but for us in English department, no need to bother about this. All our courses are online, intensive, or plans, new plan, or everything. All these according to the academic schedule approved by the Deanship of Admission and Registration. This is on the system. What about these courses? It will be delivered through the e-learning system. Blackboard, Collaborate, Ultra. This means that I can't use any other program or way of teaching the lectures. Any other means can be by surgery, or we can that additional means. Okay, like a WhatsApp group. I can send the announcement there. I can answer their questions. But lectures, I have a course, a 3-hour course. This means that I should deliver 3 hours per week through Blackboard, Collaborate, Ultra. Okay, and inshallah we're going to show how this is going to be managed using virtual classrooms. Okay, here this is like precautions. Okay, repeat inshallah. Okay, so all our courses are all our classes, our lectures are going to be delivered online through Blackboard, Collaborate, Ultra, the one we are using now to deliver our webinar. If you have 3 hours, this means that, okay, for example, tomorrow, Sunday, I have a course from 10 to 12. This means that I should create a link for a Blackboard Collaborate class from 8 to 12, and the student should log in. Me as a teacher and the student should log in to the class from this link. Okay, and we are going to show it practically now. Okay, so all classes are going. This is different from a teacher who was teaching with us in the second semester. In the second semester, we said that you can record your classes, because we didn't have at that time the infrastructure for e-learning that can support this. Then the university they started to increase the capacity of our servers and all these. And during the summer courses, teachers who were teaching in the summer are used to that. All courses from week 1 to week 15, all classes are going to be taught simultaneously, okay, through Blackboard, Collaborate, Ultra. No, you are going to record the class. Okay, this is another one. You are going to record the class, but you are not allowed to record and send. Okay, you have to deliver it live, or as they say in the technology, real time. Okay, real time teaching at the time of the class according to the schedule, and you are going, as we are going to see in the follow up. There, after you finish the class, there is a form. You are going to report that I have taught this class, how many students attended, and how many students were absent according to the strategy you are going to see now. So this is the first point. The second point, if for any emergency for you or for, as a teacher, okay, couldn't deliver a class on time, on its scheduled time. So you have to announce to the students and to arrange with students for another class, a makeup class or compensatory, as it is mentioned here. Okay, and when you create a link for this lecture, or for this class, you have to mention that it is a makeup or it is a compensatory one instead of the one you missed. This means that every hour must be taught exactly like face-to-face classes. Okay, so this is about teaching. What about the material? Third point, that you have upload on the Blackboard course the entire course. This means that course specification, the plan, the lecture, activities, assignment, tests, if you have other resources. Okay, so the students will find all the material, okay, on the Blackboard page or the Blackboard course according to some division we are going to see later when we think about online course. Okay, so now as a teacher, you have two responsibilities: teaching at the time of the class and uploading material. And this material we are going to explain later, inshallah. Point number 4 in teaching, it is not related to us because it speaks about practical clinical training courses that are taught face-to-face in laboratories with some preventive precautions measure, but it doesn't apply to any of this is the plan. We are going to speak about this one. This is what are the IT are going to teach in week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. The executive plan means the action plan we are going to do. For example, week 1, we are going to teach unit 1, and we are going to have assignment 1, unit 2, week 2, unit 2 and 3, and we are going to have test 1, and so on. We are going to make a plan for your teaching, and I'm going to send you the template, okay, to fill in and to upload it your. So the students, because here the students can't find you all the time to ask, okay, things are not clear. So there should be a plan what you are going to do every week of your teaching. So inshallah, there is a template for this, and we're going to send inshallah. Okay, if we move to the second or the next point. Okay, excuse me. Okay, evaluation. Okay, another question. This is shown in the course. Yes, yeah, it is this. Yeah, it is mentioned, but you need to have it because when you upload the course specification, the students is not going to read everything. Dr. Aisha is asking that there is a plan for each course in the course specification. But you know, our students are going to you need to extract this table and put it as an announcement in the course so that it will be crystal clear for the students. But if you ask the students go to the course specification, download the file and reading, they are not going to do anything. Dr. Munir is asking. Dr. Munir, I think, I don't know, let's look at now the capacity of the server and the place you can upload everything. I think the problem is not in listening. Usually the problem will be in videos. If you upload a lot of videos, you are going to reach the story. And we said for this before, it's better that you upload your videos into YouTube and put them in your courses as links. Yeah, we said that, but I think in summer we didn't have any problems like this because they increased the capacity. But anyway, it's better that you upload your courses, your files on YouTube or SoundCloud or any of these services. Then you insert them in your course as links. Thank you. Okay. Second point about evaluation. And this is an important the general rule. I'm going to jump to the last point here. Okay. Okay, this is the general rule. Term and final marks are distributed according to the course description. Okay, in your course description, you have a distribution of the marks, term mark and final. You are going to follow this distribution with only change. The items included in term marks evaluation are going to be done online. So, for example, in my course, I have homework, I have quizzes, I have, for example, a paper. Okay, and all of them, of course, out of 50. Okay, so all these are going to be done online. Okay, the same. Also, you have that the term exam is specified, I think, from week 9 to or 7 to 9, something like this. Okay, you have to follow it. So follow the course description for each course. So if we go back to point number 1, assignments, tests, and other semester work. Is it oral exam, term paper, homework, presentation, whatever. We are not going to add anything. We are not going to develop something new. No, you have to do it according to that course description. Oh, okay, if I'd like to introduce another, for example, we don't have in our course description discussion, and we have the discussion tool. It is a good tool on Blackboard. We can do it and include it in our assessment as assignment, as oral exams, whatever. But it has to be done through the scheme in our course. So assignment, test, and other semester work for all online courses are evaluated using the e-learning system. Means it has to be done through activities on Blackboard. If you have a speaking exam, do it on Blackboard. If anything, don't ask them to send by email or to send you files by WhatsApp. No, everything has to be done on the e-learning system here. When it is mentioned, it means Blackboard used by the university. In accordance with the course description. Very important. You have to, and this is another point, you have to explain to the students how their marks are going to be calculated. And it should be from the course. Yes, again, the question by Dr. Aisha, it is there in the course description, but you have to take it and put it in a separate announcement so that it will be to your student. And you should assign, I'm going to come to this point when we're speaking about the course, the online course, you have to assign a separate folder for evaluation items. Tests, assignments, whatever, it has to be put in a separate folder. Why? Because there are going to be follow-up, and there is going to be a checklist. Okay, some teachers or some people in from the university are going to check in these courses and write reports. And if you ask teacher who are teaching the summer, we used to have weekly reports that your course is missing so and so. Don't do this in this way. This time, it is not going to be as strict as before, but there will be a check-up in our courses to say that there is something missing or something not done in a good way. Okay? The second point, and this is important, and it has even been declared yesterday by the Ministry of Education, that final exams so far, and to a great extent, unless we don't know what is going to happen, that final exam is going to be conducted in campus. Okay, for all courses. Okay, and it was going to be conducted according to exam schedules prepared by the Deanship of Admission and Registration. Okay, but for term exams, students according to the plan in your course. I think usually in the English department, we used to conduct it from week 9 to week, or from week 8 to week 10. 8, 9, 10, usually we used to have term exams like this. For intensive, for example, we have 2 term exams, one in week 10 and one in week 11 or 12. So you have to arrange with your students, and all, by the way, all evaluation has to be done in class time. Okay, don't arrange for example, a class for a test outside the scheduled hours, because the students now have classes from 8 in the morning until 10 at night. So don't ask them to have outside. If you have a class on Sunday, you can have your lecture, and you can have a test, you can have an assignment, and you can later. But if you have anything that is limited in time, okay, you have to. And there is no limit on the teacher. Okay, you can specify the time. Okay, for your exam, for your test, according to what you see for your exam. Okay, you are going to make the test open for 1 hour. Okay, so it's up to the students to do it. If there is any problem, something, you can allow for once or something according to you. But this is different from previous regulation that you have to keep the test open for 1 week or for how many. No, You can keep it only for the last time, 1 hour or two, according to your, if it is a quiz or a midterm, you can make it for 2 hours, okay? And you can put as many questions as you like, and the types of question, like if there are multiple choice, writing question, whatever, it's up to you, but you have to be careful or to put in your mind that the students might find difficulty in answering. The last point here also, it's not related to us, it's about that the term exam, term tests for practical, clinical, and training courses are going to be conducted in campus the way they are teaching. So courses taught online are going to have term work online. Or, courses taught in campus are going to have term working. But all are going to have exams in campus. Dr. Balid, no, there is no. It's, the regulation here, Dr. Believe, because there were some limits in the summer, that according to your course specification. You have, for example, usually in English, we usually have quizzes. See that quizzes out of 10. So quizzes, it can be 2 days, at least 2. Okay, but you can have 3, 4, 5, whatever. But they are out of 10. Don't exceed the number. Okay, don't exceed the distribution. You have homework, you can turn homework into assignments. Okay, how many assignments? 2, 3, 4, 5, it's up to you. Okay, term exams, this is, you have 2 exams, this is in intensive, you have to do 2 term exams. In other courses, either old plan or new plan, we have only 1 term exam. We don't have 2 term exams, 1 term exam out of 50. So don't make it out of 15 or out of 25 or out of 30. No, follow the course description as it is. So term exam will not be unified. No, I here for first year, this point is not clear yet. For first year courses, this intensive, that the term exam 1 and 2 and final is going to be unified. What about term exam 1 and 2? There is no clear decision yet for this, because it is difficult now to find, because you know, in previously we used to have the exam from 12 to 1, and usually we don't have classes at this time. But this time the schedule, so they're going to see if they can find a unified time for the students. Okay, in this case we are going to have unified exam for term exam 1, 2. Okay, but for final it is going to be unified because there will be no classes. This is a good point. Dr. Khulud, is there a bookshop where the student? Yes, and I got his number, Ahmed, and I'm going to send you his mobile, the phone number. You can contact him on WhatsApp or you can call him. And for the students, this is the book shop center of the university. This is Mr. Ahmed. I'm going to send you his number, inshallah. You can send him whatever, and he's going to print for the students. And the students can get from they have their this in the university in building 24. Inshallah, I am going to make an announcement for you, and you send it for the students. This is for Dr. So if you are teaching courses before and your pamphlet or book, I'm speaking now about the major courses. So the books are already there. So just ask the students to go, either boys or girls, because I think that the center in the girls' campus is closed. In Isha, there is only, in each city, there is only 1 campus working, and the boys' campus. This is the company working now. This is what I'm. So in Shahir, we have only 1 place in building 24. Okay, students can go there and collect the material for there. If you have new material or you want to update your previous one, just make it as a PDF file and send it to Ahmed and tell him this is the material for this course. Okay, so this is about evaluation. Okay, so term work is going to be all, if we go back, okay, I want to focus more on intensive. For intensive, so now the term exam 1 and term exam 2, we are going to keep for now for the final decision. I'm going to tell you. You have quizzes you can conduct, and you make as many quizzes as you like. You have home and blackboard activities. Also, you can do it the way you like all over the semester. Then you have oral exam. Okay, you have to conduct it in week 10. I think it is week 10. You conduct it by yourself, teacher A and B, in week 10. Okay, so these are the 50 marks for term exam for intensive. Okay, only 20 marks for term exam 1 and 2, and we're going to tell you the decision later, inshallah. For attendance, and this is very important, and it has been applied in the summer, and it was very effective. This is different from second term. That now students must attend their classes. If they miss a class, okay, they are going to be marked absent, and they are going to be banned. And many students were banned in the summer because they didn't attend or they missed classes up to more than 25%. So how to mark the students' attendance? Student attendance in lectures and synchronized activities is calculated through the virtual classes. How does after you finish the class, there is a report. The report will tell you, okay, that this student attended how much time he attended in class. So if you delivered a class for 100 minutes, it will tell you this student attended 60 minutes. 100 minutes, 90 minutes, 70 minutes, 20 minutes, okay? The regulation is that to be marked present enough, the student has to attend at least 50% of the class time. 50% of the class time he must attend. Okay, but be careful. Some students will say, okay, I need just to attend 50%. No, this is not the rule. The rule that you attend all the time, but in case there is a problem and you attend only 50, you are going to be marked. Okay, and of course you are going to be if a student attended less, more, it is. But you have the right to mark the student absent if he or she didn't attend, not the schedule. For example, you submitted your class for 80 minutes. Okay, for any technical issues or something. So this means that 50% for this class is 40 minutes. Less than 40 minutes, you can consider absent. Okay, and how you are going to do this? You are going to do this from the report. After you finish the class, I can show you inshallah now in practical thing. Okay, after you finish the class, okay, you are going to find the report. The report will tell you how many the students logged in, and when he started logging into the course, and when he finally logged out of the course. And accordingly, you are going to mark attendance. Okay, Dr. Madian is again, yes, Dr. Madian, the bookshop in building 24 in the main campus told them, yes, they are selling books there and they are ready. Okay, for teachers, is that they just, if they have a new material, they can send it on WhatsApp and ask the student to go and collect it from the bookshop there here in Bisha, building 24. And in each city, in Alaya, in Namas, in Taflis, also we have only one place working, usually in the main campus. The second point about attendance, that course teachers ask students to have access to virtual class through their Blackboard course pages. Why? In order to be marked, this report, I think that this report that will tell you how much time the students spend in the class is only done if the students logged into the course from his Blackboard page. So don't make a link for your classes. Okay, the Blackboard allows us like this class that I'm going to create the session and make a guest link and send it to anybody. They can log in, and when they log in, they can type whatever name they have. But if you log in from the Blackboard system, okay, you will log with your username. So in this case, the students will appear in front of you with their full name, like in the registration system, and the report will be accurate. So when you create a class, don't create a guest link. this, yeah, okay, I'm going to show it, Dr. Khulud now, okay? When you create the class, okay, you just create it on the link, or you can create it as on guest link. We're going to show it now, inshallah. Then after the class, you are going to do two things. Number one, fill in a form, Dr. Taha, okay, that you have taught this class, or you didn't teach this class for any problem you mentioned, and how students attended and how many students were absent. Second point, you feed absence on the academic system the way we used to do. Okay, you feed absence for the students who didn't show up in the class at all or attended less than 50% of the time. Okay, and the last point, this is for students, that banning is going to be calculated according to regulation. When the student's absence reaches 25, he is automatically banned. Okay, unless he or she submits an excuse, and one or two classes are going to be marked excuse. If the student reaches 50%, no way to bring him back into the course. If a student reaches 50%, this means that he is banned forever. Okay, yes, we are going to explain it now. So now these are the 3 points that came into the instructions from the university about teaching, evaluation, and attendance. Okay, before we move on to the next, if you have any question, Mr. said, how can we start the class tomorrow? We'll have copies yet. Just students have been sent copies of what? You mean copies of book? Okay, tomorrow, inshallah, you are going to explain the course and introduce yourself, ask the student. And usually, this is like orientation classes. First classes, orientation, tell them about the course, how to get the books, what are the books, what are the, give them some motivational ideas about how to succeed, how to improve their English. So first classes, but the students have to log in, and the instruction have sent to them that from tomorrow, Sunday, 8 o'clock, they have to log into their courses on Blackboard and find the online classes and attend the classes, as we're going to see now. What about those students that attend the session but want to participate? Yes, this might be a little bit difficult with large classes, but this is a strategy to be followed by that every now and then pick some names, because in summer I had some students who will, when I look into the class, I find them there. All the time of the class, I call their name and ask them to think. They are there, the name is there. And all the students leave the class and he is still there. I don't know, just open the link and turn mute their mobile and it's over. You can call some names and you have the right, because the sessions are going to be recorded, as I'm going to say now. Okay, you have the right. If you call this name more than one time during the class and there is no response, that to mark them absent even if they attended 100% of the class. Okay, and make it for sure. But you should have a documentation. What is the documentation? The class record. His name is there. I called him many times, and if you do it one or twice with some students, okay, you make sure that all of the students are going to be there. And I'm sure you started to be more experienced in online teaching. In online teaching, this is that at least every 5 minutes, maximum 10 minutes, the teacher should engage the students in some activities or questions. Ask them just to respond by writing 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. Give them a simple question to answer. Ask them to say anything. Okay, so every of the students have that now and then the teacher is asking random questions or selecting questions. They are going to be alert, and they want to be there all the time. Of course, you can't do it 100%, I'm sure, but at least we are helping our students to be attentive and to benefit from the class. Call some names, okay, and not necessarily all the names, because in some groups now we have more than 100 students. I know. But you can call some names. Of course, if it is a limited task, you can call all the names. You can ask random questions for anyone. No question, just ask him to type one. Okay, write your name on the chat area, whatever. Anything that to tell you that he is there or she is there. Yeah, yes, because you are asking informative question. No, just ask a question that to make them alert. Okay, just even ask their name. Or can you repeat the last point? Okay, or what we have explained, of what was the answer of this one, or just on that area type 1, 2, 3, write your name, whatever. Something is like this, not as questions, but as to make them, to make sure that they are there. Review these points later. Don't worry, we're going to have more webinars, inshallah, by the end of the first week, so that you will get your experience, and if you have any problems to solve, and you answer if you have any questions. Don't worry, inshallah. Yes, like this. If you understand type 1, this is general. Or for this student, for example, Abdullah, okay, type 1, type 2, whatever. Okay, so you are going to find a lot of strategies to make your students alert and make sure that they are there. But believe me, some of them are not going to be there at all. And you have what is going to be to make them attend 10 plus, okay? If they attend and you mark them absent, they will come and complain and say that I called your name many times and you are not there. I told you, Dr. Munir, I showed it at the beginning. These regulations are written in Arabic for the students. There are two versions, one for teachers and one for students. So the one for students explained it. So you are going to take this announcement in Arabic and post it in your course as an announcement. And if, when you have a WhatsApp group, and this is very necessary, by the way, to have a WhatsApp group or a Telegram channel for your students, okay? You are going to post this and explain. And also in the first class, you can mention it briefly, okay? And it is recorded. That if she comes and says, nobody told me, no, it is mentioned and it is recorded and the announcement is okay. Now about online classes. First of all, okay, we have in Blackboard a tool. This is Collaborate Ultra, okay. The first point, you have to make the link of this tool available in your course, and I'm going to show it now. This is number one. Number two, we're going to create a link for each class. Okay? We have an open link. We are not allowed to use this one. You have to load this one, and you have to create a link for each class. Okay? Now I'm going to share my Blackboard page and show this one in summer. Clear? Okay, very good. Thank you. Okay, so here, first of all, I have to create a link on my course menu for Blackboard as a tool. This one, okay. Virtual classes, okay, that will take the student. How I'm going to do it? From this sign, the plus sign, okay. I am going to create a tool link, not a content area, a tool link, okay. And what is the tool I am going to create? This is Blackboard Collaborate Ultra, and I can call it online classes, virtual classes. In Arabic, they call it فصول افتراضية, whatever you can call it. Okay, for example, you can call it online classes and make it available to the students and submit. Here, when the students click, they are going to be taken directly to the Blackboard Collaborate page. Okay? Okay. And for me as a teacher, first of all, I have here course room. Okay? Course room. The first thing I should do, I have to lock. It is locked here, it is locked and unlocked. Now it is unlocked, available. Okay, no, you have to lock this room, this open link, okay? And you have to create a session for each class, okay? By date. For example, this class is going to be Sunday, okay? I can use the Hijri date or the Gregorian date, whatever, no problem. For example, 30 August 2020. If I have two more than, like in intensive, I have more than one class in the day, so I have to mention the time this class begins. Okay, I have two classes. For example, a class at 8, a class at 10. Okay, if I don't have, so I just mention the day. Okay, so this is the name of the session. Don't make guest access. Don't mark it here. If you mark it here, it will create a link. Just keep it closed. Then when this class is going to start, you mark the date and the hour of the class and end. Okay? Don't make it no end class. Okay. What about repeating? I can repeat. But in this case, don't write the date. Okay? Make it for Sunday. Then it is going to repeat it every Sunday. But you have later on to look into session and to add the dates for each session. For example, Sunday tomorrow, okay, 30th, I have class from 8 a.m. Okay, till, for example, till 10. Okay, so to ask. Okay, I can ask the here that it is going to be open 15 minutes before the class. This is good for students who are going to look in. Then if I repeat when. For example, I have this class on Sunday and Wednesday at the same time. But if it is different time, I have to exchange. Okay, repeat weekly every week on that day. Okay, or I can create every class, but there should be a link, a separate link for each class, marking the day and the date of that class and the time if there is more than one class in this time. This is very important because some teachers or some people are going to check on the courses to make sure that there are classes. No link means no teaching. If there is no link, no teaching. Okay, so I can repeat it every Sunday. It will tell me until when for 10 weeks, 15 weeks, whatever. So it will create. If I don't repeat, so it will create only one class. So now I have created the class. Here it is preferable to disable video for the students and allow recording, downloading for the students. And here you have to share attendance. You can so that there will be a list for attendance. Two lists now. So there are two systems for marking attendance. One automatically done with the sessions, and one that you can create. But be careful about this one, that the students are going to be marked late and absent after. So if you mark this one, okay, be careful about the late and absence week. Okay, here the students, okay, it is made 65, you can make it 50%. Okay, and I'm going to show you how this you can access this report. In this case, if you activate this one, you are going to have two reports for attendance. Okay, then you create, okay, and save. So now the students, when they log into online classes, okay, they are going to find the link. When they click, they are going to log into the session. Okay, now once in the session, when you start the session, you have to report the session. Okay, so that the students who miss the class can have access to reporting. This is number one. And number two, so that you are recording or proving that you have taken the class. Even if no students showed up in your class, for example, tomorrow, record, start, say something about the course, and say that no students appeared for example, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, then stop the class and recording, but the link is going to be there. Okay? That's it. So just record something, make any recording for many time, and this is like a documentation for the class. Okay. Later, okay, you are going to now we are just speaking about online classes. You are going to create a content area, call it, record it, classes, and make it available for the classes, or whatever name you like. And here you are going to make the links of the recording available after you finish the class. Okay. Okay. You go here to recordings. Sometimes just show you how to. I'm sure most of you know it, but how to get the link for the recording. For some other things, they have deleted all recordings or what? It has a lot of recordings. Anyway, it will appear like this: recorded classes. Okay, you are going to make it as links. You are going to, in the page like this, you are going to paste the links for all the recorded classes so that the students can have the recording by them. This is recorded on Monday, the 1st of June. For example, the students will click and they will have the recording for the class. Here, go back to the course to know how to get the attendance list. I am not following the chat, so if you have a lot of questions, okay, I can go back. There should be. That they are not really. Now we have to stick to the copies we have. Asked the student to get the same version of the books we have. I think we are using the latest edition of the books in intensive big way. So how there are different copies, I don't know. Said yes, you should have separate links for each class. Okay, I'm just trying now to get the links. For example, this one. Okay, so here this was our meeting before. Okay. So here you can get copy link. Before you see my screen. Okay, so here, okay, this is now after you finish the class, we go to recording, you find that it is recorded here and have the duration of the session. Then you go and you copy link. Okay, Control C, you copy it. Okay, and in the area you have created content area for recording. Okay, you go and you add it from this, you add it as a web link. Okay, you just add it here, and here you call it that is the class for Sunday, 30th of August 2020. Okay. Okay, so here the students will find that this is the recording for. If they click on this, it will take them the recording of the class of that, and it is a documentation for others, for reviewers, that you have done the class. There was a link for the class, and there is a recording for the class. If we go to the, like to see the attendance list. Okay, if you go to the link of the, yeah, okay, here from reports, okay, you can get the report for each session. When you click view the report, it will tell you who attended and how much time they attended in each class. So this is how to get the attendance. For other, the next point about the layout of the course, inshallah, we are going to have another session to explain this in details. How to first you have okay, let's have an area you have all the course information, okay, in which you are going to mention the objectives, the plan of the course, the items, the course distribution, whatever, so that you have to upload everything. Then you should have a separate place for uploading the classes, either PowerPoint, PDF, whatever material you have for us, you can upload for the students in tabs and the class. Okay, so now I have finished this part. We have another point about follow-up, and then Dr. Muhammad Nasser will tell us about counseling. Just I see if there's any question. The one, if I have a class for consecutive hours, no, if 4 hours, we consider now university in their follow-up, you don't go by hour, you go by class. A class can be 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. So if the same teacher has 4 consecutive hours, okay, so this means that, okay, it is one lecture. So create one link for them. Okay, and even if one recording, even you have a break, of course you are going to have a break in the middle, but it's going to be dealt with as one block, either 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, or more if necessary. Okay, but they should have, if they are separated, they should have two separate links. Yes, this is our answer. Okay. If you have any more questions, you can answer. Now, Dr. Muhammad Nasser, you'd like to tell us something about students counseling, because there is a special week next week, especially for fresh students. So teachers are required to send some messages for them. Muhammad Nasser, are you there? I am going to mark you up. Muhammad Nasser? Yes, your mic is open. Yes. So we can't hear you, Dr. Muhammad Nasser. We're just hearing whoosh. If Dr. Taha is there, so that Dr. Taha, can you tell us about the follow-up process? Yeah, it's rain, and we are hearing rain. So I don't to mark him absent, Muhammad Nasser.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu
alaikum. Yes.
I got it.
Yeah. You are clearly audible.
Alhamdulillah. So I'd like just to inform my team that we have been requested by the university to provide them with, or to give them report about the teaching activities of all the members. That means every time, every day, every teacher should report his lecture or teaching activity. So I sent you in the Telegram the link and also the instructions, what to do, what is required from you to do every day, every lecture. When you finish a lecture, so please click the link and provide us with the information that you have to, as it is, mentioned in the form. And we'll be thankful and grateful, and we are sorry to disturb you, but this is what we have been requested by the university. Okay, Abdel-Fattah, is it enough? Is it clear? Do you have to give more clarification or just? Dr. Abdel-Fattah. So so if you read with me the chart here, this is the what is is required from you to do. You just click the link every day, and every what when you finish the lecture, you just report the name and the course name, and also the timing of the time, and also what the number of absent students and what present students. So please try to be accurate, and if there is any problem with conducting your lecture, so please report to the chairman that you will do a compensation lecture. But you have to report at the same time that you haven't done the lectures every time of the lecture. So those who reviewers will trace your activities. So please do it and try to things that, as Dr. Fattah mentioned in this session, that you have to make things clear in the blackboard. Links to the lecture, and so the time, also the name of the course, the name of the the day, and the time of the lecture for every time that you conduct a lecture. Why? Because reviewers will look will look into your account and will trace your activity. So please make things clear for any lecturer to check your activity. Thank you very much, Dr. Fattah.
Okay, inshallah. So the follow-up process, anything is clear. The follow-up process in the university are going to be in different ways. There are some reviewers who are going to check on the courses to make sure that things are working, and also from Dr. Taha's report. In the university, the general committee will have a number of classes. So, for example, for the English department, on Sunday, for example, they have 40 classes. Dr. Taha reported 35. This means that 5 classes were not taught. So if you don't report your class as taught in the form of Dr. Taha, this means that your class is not taught. For them. Of course, this is another way that are going to go and prove that this is and reported. So the form for Dr. Taha, I know that it is a little bit, for me myself, I'm not complaining, but whatever, that it is a lot of work for you, a lot of work for us, and for Dr. Taha. It is a little bit waste of time, it is a burden for the teacher. I know everything. Okay, no, we tried. We had a meeting for the university today, and from the party, we tried. They said no. Every day, they made one responsible for each college. Dr. Taha is the one for College of Arts. But he must send this report daily. And if it is weekly for Dr. Taha, for you it is going to be daily. For you it is going not daily after the class, so that you are not going to forget. Once you finish the class, look into the form and report that I have taught this class in this course and how many students did. Even ask them why for absence. The students, the teacher is going to feed attendance on the system, but they are insisting, and if there is any problem, they might change. But for the time being, this is the university policy, and we have to follow, and we have to do it, even if we are not compensated. This is institutional work, as you know. Okay, Dr. Muhammad Nasser. Still read. Okay. So your mic is open. Okay, change the mic and so I try to tell our colleagues what you told me, and if there is anything else you can but he proved that he is there because he has rain in his room now. Okay, there was this week there will be some sessions for newcomers. The students have been distributed to teachers as counsel. From your registration page, you have a tab for academic counseling, from which you can send messages to the students. Okay, and also Dr. Muhammad Nasser is going to post the numbers of the students or send the phone numbers of the student for each teacher. Okay, Dr. Muhammad, are you there? Huh? I thought I heard you. No, you can you talk? Okay, so Dr. Muhammad is going to send us the text of the message and the link for the session from which the students are going to attend. So you are going to take this message as it is and send it to the students, either from the registration system, or you can create a WhatsApp group with the numbers Dr. Muhammad is going to send to you, and send the message to the students and direct them to attend each session. I think tomorrow we have a session with the university president, Dr. Safi, and the dean of registration. Monday, they have also sessions about academic regulations. Tuesday, I think they are going to have sessions about academic counseling.
كان دوري هذا كتب
دكتور محمد ناصر
خلاص انا كان دوري ان اتكلم انا كنت اتكلم في تفضل.
Okay, Dr. Muhammad Nasser is going to send us as a message, inshallah. Question, I think I'm still in the beginning, but inshallah we're going to have more webinars to answer your questions and to show some experience. We have some good experienced students, teachers who were creating very beautiful courses in the summer, and they were highly praised by the reviewers. So inshallah we're going to make a session for some these to show some courses, okay, so that you can get ideas from Maybe actually I have 4 consecutive hours, so I will create if they are consecutive hours, you can deal with it as one class, okay, and report it as one class, okay, one link, one class, one report. If they are consecutive, in different times, they will be considered different classes. If someone has a lecture from 8 to 2, so will there be one report? If they are consecutive, from 8 to 2, 6 hours. If it is 6 hours consecutive, no, I said even 10 hours. If they are one block, it is one class. Okay, one block, one class. This block can be 1 hour, 2 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, whatever. Okay. No, not one report. One report for each class. Dr. Aisha, one report for each class. We are saying about intensive, if the 4 hours are consecutive, it will be one report. Okay, one report. If I have 2 classes, so I have to make 2 reports. One for this, because you are going to ask about the name of the course, okay, or the title of the course. Yes, because Dr. Rashid, we have updated the system. The Blackboard system is usually updated by midnight. So inshallah, by midnight today, the Blackboard list is going to be the same like the registration. Okay, so once the course is in your registration system, it is okay and it's going to be updated. Dr. Muhammad Nasser will send the instructions. Okay, thank you. Okay, here now. Okay, thank you all. We are planning 1 hour session. It took them more than 1 hour now. Thank you so much. The recording is going to be ready, inshallah, if you missed any points, and we are going to have more sessions for your questions. I'm sure that in the English department we have a lot of experience and we have enthusiasm, passion for work that is going to make us come over any obstacles or any problems or any difficulty that may face us, inshallah. And usually, alhamdulillah, this is that the English department in online teaching usually is one of the best sectors in the university. Polak have not been updated. Polak, I think I have answered with the same. Okay. Thank you so much, and see you, inshallah, soon, inshallah, in another webinar, inshallah. If you have any questions, we have our Telegram question and answer group. Just send it, and I can answer or any other. Thank you so much. Thank you.